Welcome to Monday Night Live, the weekly training that guides professionals to financial prosperity. Join our community and let's start building your wealth.
Thank you so much, Gary. I appreciate it. No, I hope to be able to utilize this time to impart a couple of really cool tools that I have been using. Basically, I'm for those that don't know, I'm recently a single mom and I've found myself in a very severe shortage of time. So everything about my business recently has been trying to find ways to create time. And the ways that I have been using them and the ways that I have been able to do them is through utilization of AI, quite a bit of AI tools, as much as I can. A couple of weeks ago, we had a really cool presentation about the AI certified agent course. So I did take that course. At that time when I did, I was already somewhat familiar with AI tools and I wanted to share a couple of them with you. From basically what I do from pre-marketing stages all the way to the end. And some of them are a work in progress, but I wanted to share them with you because I love you guys and I wanted to take you along to the journey with me. So let me go ahead and see if I can share my screen. And if there's any questions you guys have, you're more than welcome to ask. I'm an open book as far as my business practices are concerned. So however it is that I can help impart wisdom from the countless hours that I've put in. I'm here for you. So just let me know. Let me see on this. So sorry guys, I'm trying to work with a computer that was recently restarted. Um, I had to completely reset this because it had an issue, so I'm trying to pull that together. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. While you're doing it, I just want to mention everyone. Well, Benetta's saying, however, I don't see the Facebook page. Entrepreneur. So, Benetta, go into the chat, and then you'll see a chat post that Crystal put out there with the Facebook link. So, see if you can see that, Benetta. If you and you can unmute yourself too, Benetta, if you don't see that, or if maybe a character left off or something.
Mine is empty, Gary. When I
Are you?
see the chat, it just says host panel. Is it under you or it says host and panelists? Mine is empty. Only
Yeah, it was posted under everyone. So
let me change it. Yeah, it says host and panelists, but I don't have anything under mine. No.
All right, let me click everyone, and I'm gonna repost it.
Okay.
So hang on 1 second.
There it is.
Select all. Whoops, we want to do that.
Okay, somebody else sent it to me, so I got it now. Thank you.
Oh, good. Okay. There we are. Okay, thanks, Rob. All right.
All
Well,
right.
notice, Shannon, you're using Canva too, along with AI, and I think that's a pretty powerful combination from what I've seen from other people.
Honestly, what Canva has been able to do I'm literally mind blown at how little they charge for all the tools they offer.
Mhm.
Because they literally have like magic replace options where you could even do some kind of virtual staging yourself. You could do video editing from within Canva. You can generate tools. Like all I had to tell Canva to produce this was that I'm doing a presentation on using AI tools in real estate. And so I wanted to have the touch of the human touch and the AI touch at the same time. So it just generated this cool image for me. Really, it's one of the most high value type of investments that I have put out there, and I've spent thousands of dollars on just testing out tools. But I wanted to focus primarily from the perspective of sellers today because I do know with the changes that are taking place, so many of us are shifting our focus to be a little bit more focused on listings, for those of us that weren't there yet at the very least. So I wanted to give you the perspective of the seller. I basically use AI tools from the very beginning all the way to the very end, beginning with leads with AI, leads that I generate through the use of AI tools. Um, Also pre-listing all the way through from the pre-listing stage to the listing presentation stage, what I do when I go live on my listings, how I manage the contract stage. That one's a little bit less AI. The only AI tool on here is really the Folio by Armtree, but it's hard to call it AI. It's more of a tool. So I won't spend too much time on that stage. And then the post to close, which our CRM automations and mailbox power again tools. So today I really want to spend time with you to discuss the leads with the AI, heavily concentrating more on the pre-listing and the listing presentations, and the life stage. So I've had the fortune of really increasing my conversion rates quite a bit from the listing to getting the contract. I can almost guarantee that every single listing presentation that I go to, I've been fortunate enough to get the listing, which is really awesome. And I really do believe that the system I use to get there has a lot to do with it. And then once I do go live, there are a couple of additional tools that I sort of use to sort of get the property out there. And I even do some virtual staging myself. And I'll share that experience. Is it okay if I go, if I touch on, oh, you know what, I'll just touch on all of them in order.
Okay.
So leads with the AI. When Gary and I went to the EXP con last year, one of the cool presentations that Gary and I had the pleasure of sitting on is the AI presentation. Remember, Gary was really, really boring. It was
Mhm.
very boring and we're about to fall asleep, but the message really resonated and got through to me because the founder of this company called Offers came through and he was presenting the tool that he had in mind. Basically, it's predictive analytics. The idea was AI generated seller signals. So it's a tool that basically offers you the ability to specify which zip codes you want to work with. And in this tool, the AI goes through and identifies all the homeowners that have a reasonable likelihood of selling their home within the next year. And it's a 12-month window that it's looking at. And they have found throughout the years that it does so with about 70% accuracy. So there's a 70% likelihood that the homes that the AI identifies are likely to sell within the year. What they then do is push out targeted ads to those leads that they have identified. They push out targeted ads to them to try to get them to respond, to see who from the identified seller signals is more of a warm catch, so to speak. And then those that are responding to the ads, and they send out home valuation requests to them. So they say, hey, would you like to request a home valuation report? And the ones that click on yes, they get added into a separate category called HVR. So I wanted to walk you through that system because that was really, really cool. It used AI with human element to it because the humans took over from there and they start calling the leads. And I've had phenomenal experience with them so far. It's been almost a year of using them, and I've been able to close several from them already. And this is just very passively, and I haven't even started doing any kind of um, I haven't started doing any kind of direct mail campaigns towards them, but that's my next agenda. But for example, this is one of the tools that is AI based. But what it does is it shows you, okay, so the AI system in my zip codes has identified 2,224 people who are likely to sell within the next year. 305 of those have engaged, and 301 of the 305 have actually filled out a form requesting us to get back to them. So 301 people have raised their hand and said, I'd like to get a home valuation report. From this, they take on to the next service they have bundled, and I purchased the two together. I'm not sure if I'll continue on with this one, but I don't think it's a bad idea. What they do is, so the AI portion takes care of the first half, and then with the leads that raise their hands, they have a team of ISAs that calls them to request to actually book appointments with them. So this process is where the human element is sort of a snag that I've hit with. But this initial portion of one, identifying the people that are likely to sell, engaging them, and then having them fill out the ads, that has been a phenomenal experience for me. The roof part, the ISAs, I can tell you that they're a lot slower to get to. Like, for example, what they do is those that are those that reach out to those that the ISA is able to reach, they get identified as, hotter referrals. So I don't think it's normal for that number to be just 4 in the midst of so many that they were able to generate. This is the overall lead feed. Okay, so if I show you 100 of them, it actually, I can go ahead and limit who I want to see. So I can literally limit myself to the hottest leads and then to the warmest leads. So the HVR leads are the ones that have come through and have raised their hand. So if you literally just sit through and have an ISA or have a VA, and right now, as of now, it's 189 of them. So these lead lists always get refreshed continuously, but at this point, 189 HVRs, that's pretty sweet. You have 189 people you can literally knock the doors of if you choose to, and just be like, hey, here's the home value report that you requested. Or you can send them the videos that I proposed that we send them. Okay. I saved this one for last for us to work through together on the second step. But as far as the AI generated leads, this is my favorite one so far. Okay, let me go back to the presentation. Okay. So that's the initial lead portion of things, the leads with the AIs. And then another way that I capture the leads is through the use of in-video AI generating videos that I think people have confused as videos generated by a professional marketing company. Let me show you. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to find where. I'm so sorry, I'm recovering from something.
That's okay.
Hey there, are you thinking about selling your home but feeling overwhelmed by the process? I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be that way. At True North Group, we know that selling your home is more than just a transaction, it's a significant life event. That's why we've developed a suite of listing programs designed to meet your unique needs and ensure you achieve the best possible outcome. Let me break it down for you. First up, our foundation program. This is your comprehensive standard listing. We start with a market-driven valuation of your property. This means we use thorough, data-driven methods to price your home right for current market conditions. Next, we capture your home's best features with professional photography and videography. And to get maximum exposure, we list your home on the multiple listing service, reaching thousands of potential buyers. But wait, there's more. If you want to take it up a notch, check out our enhanced visibility program. With this, you get a custom property website complete with virtual tours and floor plans. We also run targeted social media campaigns to reach buyers actively searching for homes like yours. Plus, we use AI-powered marketing tools to suggest the best times to promote your listing and identify potential buyers most likely to make an offer. Now, if you're looking for the ultimate luxury experience, our white glove marketing program is for you. This includes access to our exclusive network of cash buyers offering you quick, competitive, and hassle-free offers. You'll also get a fully customized marketing strategy, premium ad placements, and professionally produced video tours. And to make things even easier, we provide personalized referrals for trusted contractors, home staging, and other services to enhance your property's appeal and value. And here's the kicker. At True North Group, we leverage advanced AI tools and insights to optimize your home's market presence and buyer engagement. As one of the few AI certified agents in the world, I bring cutting edge technology to ensure your property stands out. With over 13 years in the real estate industry, I have the expertise and a proven track record to back it up. So why choose True North Group? We offer comprehensive solutions, innovative marketing, and unmatched service. Ready to elevate your home selling journey to new heights? Contact True North Group today and let's make it happen. Thanks for watching.
Okay, so I'm curious to know from everyone in the audience if what everyone thought the voice was, because clearly I wasn't in the video, but I'm curious to know how many of you guys thought that was my voice?
Mostly sounded like you, yeah, but there was a little bit of tell on it, but it sounded like you for sure.
Okay. So I appreciate that. Thank you. It's basically this tool I had been using a long time ago. The tool that I really added on that I wasn't using before after I started taking the AI certified course was the HeyGen tool, which I'll show you later. But this was one that I was already using ahead of time. At the time I was using it, they did not have the option of having a customized video to do a voiceover. So they would generate a video based on a random voice. You can choose to change it, but you weren't able to customize it. Now this tool enables you to basically upload a sample of your voice and it integrates it into, the script that you provide, or it generates for you. So on this one, I noticed there's a lot of snags and I got super frustrated, but it's better than like a completely stranger's voice. What I'm thinking of doing is like removing the voice altogether and maybe just doing a voiceover. I don't know, but there were a couple of tells and I appreciate you sharing, but yes, that was a voice that the AI generated off of my off of the trained clips that I uploaded. Michael, I cannot remember exactly how much I paid, but it was definitely nowhere near as much as a lot of these other ones are asking for. I want to say I paid for the year, probably for offers and roof together. I can't remember exactly, 5, I think. I can't remember. It was an EXPCon special price as well. I can reach out to the person, to the sales rep and find out. But so far, honestly, they're the one lead gen tool that I did get that I will most definitely renew. So far, it's been a really great experience. Because it has good predictive analytics, and I'll show you on each one too. They do a pretty good job of actually showing me the data. So far, the data has been very on the dot. So as you can see here,
Mhm.
the AI rates the tool. And then on here, it shows you the address, the phone number, their email. And so far, every single time I have reached out, it has been accurate. Now, I haven't done direct mail campaigns on these just yet. So when I do, I'll have a better idea of how much returned mail I have. And I'll give you feedback on that. But so far, email addresses have been on the dot. The skip tracing component to it has been pretty impressive. So I hope that helps. And then they were the first ones to come up with Raya, which is an AI sort of based system that responds back to the leads that come through. And then they give you a very, very, very simplistic landing page to sort of capture those that are clicking back. But one of the ways that I was thinking of utilizing in the next phase, the direct mail, is to mail the ones that have already requested the ads in a separate batch, and then drop another campaign to target those that have not requested a home valuation report. So those that have not requested a home valuation report, I was thinking of sending them the Zudilio, which is another really great one that I know our group has had mixed results with, right, Gary? Because I know a couple of people
Mhm.
were not really happy with it. Um, I love Zudilio, not because I've closed deals with them, but because they've had one of the highest reasons or highest engagements, or their campaign has resulted in the highest engagement for me. So
Okay.
what do I mean by that is I have automated campaigns that say, hey, did you receive the offer the cash offers that I sent the other day? Those are the ones that have the highest responses for me. So I have 124 sent out basically, and these are an additional source of like conversation points. Hey, here's
Mhm.
the cash offer that we're willing to present. So this is another really great one, and they give you scripts, campaigns, and all kinds of things. Again, it's not to close with, it's not as a buying option. So far, no one has responded to me, has actually wanted to accept these offers, but they've found it engaging enough because every single person gets offers from Zillow, every single person gets offers from OfferPad, and all these iBuyers, open doors out there, and they're super low ball offers. But these have been pretty impressive. Like, let me see if I can find one. So this is another one that's yielded good conversation points. And I also include the Zudilios in my listing presentations too when I go and meet with them. But say, for example, this house, about a 400, they listed this was an expired one. This one I know, I know personally. It's an expired one, 440 price point. But look at the offers. They're not that bad. I mean, look at this. Fixed and list
Mhm.
441 and then 436. They're fairly close. Cash offer, yeah, this is what you'll get with the open doors and the offer ups and offer pads and all that stuff. But um these numbers are pretty awesome for what they're giving.
Mhm.
It's a higher fee and their net is lower, but for some people, depending on the motivation, not a bad deal. Um and then the other thing I wanted to show you guys, let me go back to the presentation. Okay.
Yeah, and while you're finding that, I guess whether it's Udelio or really more specifically back to the AI,
Mm-hmm.
when you're sending out the AI presentation, to me, the good news is you're not doing it one to one. The old way was you would sit with someone and do the presentation in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
With that presentation, you could send it out to, 124, good listing prospects. But is the aim for that, are you still setting an appointment for that? Like they respond, then you have the conversation. You still want to, in other words, it's a lead source, It's
Mhm.
not the
Exactly. It's
there's
not
not
a
the
replacement.
expectation. Yeah,
Exactly. It's not a
yeah.
replacement for the human interaction because at the end of the day,
Mhm.
the human touch is what sells it. These guys just bait them, basically. They just bait the people, they bring them close to you, and they create some curiosity because a lot of times they see numbers like the numbers I showed you, and they're like, oh, this is way better than the offer pad. Let me go ahead and
Mhm.
get back to her. And they get back to me, they're like, oh, I just got your offer. I'd like to discuss them. I'm not looking to sell my home for as low as that, but talk to me. What does that look like? I get a lot of
Mhm.
responses on that. So I have about 16 thousand, I think by now, about 16,000 in my database. And I can tell you that last year, whatever I did generate was all based on the database because I had a very out of this world year that did not allow me to have any time to actively prospect. And this is dangerous to say because we should always prospect. But I was so
Mhm.
fortunate that I had the automation systems in place in my back pocket already. I had already built in robust campaigns that allowed me to be able to get leads, get them to raise their hands, and I was able to go to them instead of the other way around, me chasing them and me trying to find them. Um, and I wholeheartedly give credit to the systems that I had in place. First of all, every single person that gets added to your database, there's no reason they shouldn't be getting market reports. They're the least intrusive type of communication you can have with them. So get in touch with them through market reports. Try to generate your weekly newsletters. Nowadays, with the AI, you could literally just have ChatGPT generate each section of your newsletter for you, even. There's just very little downtime. It's that initial design setup that could take you some time, but it is so worth it, guys, because you're setting out touches to these people, delivering valuable information to them without your active, you know, prospecting, so to speak. It's always good to proactively prospect nonetheless, but when you set up your data, and I know Gary stresses this a lot, when you properly set up your database, you are arming yourself with an insurance policy that is, I think, unmatched by anything else. So I
Yeah.
wholeheartedly recommend that. Wholeheartedly. Um,
Well, the
this
reality is the people, even the people you're getting, say, from AI or from Zedilio, some of them are ready to sell now. Some are just curious. Some are they're going to be ready to sell in 3 months, 6 months, a year. So you have to add them to some database. And to me, KV Core is the optimum answer because it's just so capable and it has so many
mm,
ways you can maintain contact with them automatically. So it does the work for you and you keep that front of mind presence. That's the key, especially with the people you need to nurture for 6 months or a year. Boy, if you
exactly.
don't keep it consistent, yeah, I mean, they could just go to the next person that shows up at the time they are ready.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not in contact with them. Has that been your experience?
100%. Honestly, I just yesterday, 2 days ago, I had a lady reach back out to me. She added herself to my calendar. I was like, oh, Connie from this. So I did very brief look up into my KV core, and I noticed that I had a conversation with her a few months ago. I had totally forgotten about her. Which is not what should have happened because I did set a task for myself to follow up with her, but my follow up was not for another month. So when she reached back out to me through one of my emails, she responded back and she scheduled a time. Um, she was already like, "Hey Anna, I was so happy to hear back from you." And I'm like, "You're back from me? I didn't write anything, but I know it's my messages. I know it's my
Mhm.
messages that are continuously going to touch her." And when Sophia, if you're on here, this is about Connie. So Connie had reached back out to me and I had a lovely conversation with her a few months back. And so my follow-up with her was supposed to be next month, and she sort of beat me to it by reaching out to me first and booking an appointment. And she said, hey, we are actually getting closer to having our grandson. We just found out that my daughter's, giving birth in November, and we're wanting to go ahead and sell our home in Magnolia, which is by Houston, and we're wanting to buy in San Antonio. And so I connected her immediately with my best referral partner in the Houston area, and she's now ready to go to a listing presentation next week, and it would end up being a referral plus a buy on my side. So that's how the system works for you. And literally the entire year last year, I'm not exaggerating when I say I did not have a chance to really even breathe, yet alone do active prospecting, and I still managed to pay about $100,000 in legal expenses. I still managed to have a roof over our kids' heads, or my kids' heads, and I still put them through the private school that they were going through. And I don't know how I did it. I really don't know. I totally credit God for it, but it's also the back end of it was that he prepared me by having the automations that were set up to do that for me. So they were just responding to me. It was like they were coming to me out of nowhere, but I know it was, through the system. Seriously, take the time to set it up because it will be your best friend. And then what do I do when people raise their hands? What do I do when I find people who say, yes, I want to move forward? Well, this is the tool that I have absolutely loved. If you haven't taken Gina's The CMA is Dead and the listing presentation that Gina walks you through, I've sort of modernized that version, and I've used High Note to really deliver a whole bunch of a huge part of that. Okay, so these are my High Note presentations. My High Note I use for several things. I use them for commercial as well as residential, and I use High Note to deliver offers to agents as I'm presenting them from the buyer side. And every single one of my offers presented through High Note has been accepted. Every single one. I'm not crediting High Note to it. I know it's the offer terms too, but I promise you this was a component that I believe set us apart during the COVID years when people were struggling to get their winning offers through. I swear I credit a partial, at least credit to High Note for that. I use it for listing presentations, and I could also use it for buyer presentations. Let me see who the buyer was. When you have like people relocating to the area, let me see which buyer I can. Okay, so this was a new construction journey for a guy that was trying to invest from a completely different jurisdiction. And guys, I wholeheartedly apologize if you hear a jungle in the background. Those are my kids. I hope you can't hear them. Diana's been gracious enough to watch them while I do this, but if you can hear them, I'm so sorry. Basically, this is the buyer presentation side. This is the back end, okay? Let me show you what they see on the front end. I upload information that I want them to see, like general info, and let me do a preview so I can show you that. So this is for this gentleman who's looking for new construction homes with an investment potential. So here's my opening letter, and I put links to the presentations. I also, every single presentation I send along, I have to do a Loom video explaining it because they don't know how to work the system. A lot of times they don't understand like this. What do you do? So I do a Loom video with every single thing I do. And that includes, by the way, explaining contracts. Loom is a huge arsenal and a tool in my arsenal without a doubt. So I record Loom video after I'm done with the presentation and explain to them how to navigate this and what each one is. So as they go through, this is like general information, brief information about me. This is a video explanation of the presentation. That's the Loom recording. For buyers, I have a buyer guidebook. They have a pre-approval. This was one of the Bonetta, this is one of Guidance's referrals. And then these are guides that I have included for them because they don't know anything about the area and they wanted information. So I just pulled guides and I just uploaded them here. And if I show you the number of assets that are on here, assets are like different files, links, there's a ton of them, but I think this does a really great job of explaining it. And then he wanted to purchase homes near military bases in San Antonio, but he didn't know where the military bases are. So I included a map of all the military bases in San Antonio so that every single community I bring forward, he would know where I'm referring to or which one I'm referring to. And so I include all the information specific to the person. And then he said, okay, let's explore D.R. Horton. Where does D.R. Horton work? Well, here's an overview of all the places that D.R. Horton's offering what, along with the HOAs, respective HOAs, their tax rates, and all of that. So he gets a good idea of what is around and what's available to him. So I have this general D.R. Horton underneath. I have blocked these out on the back end. You can actually hide assets. The reason I hid them is because he said no to them. So I didn't want him to get confused by things that he already said no to. He already shut it down. And then against my recommendations, he still wanted to see Lennar. I'm like, all right, it's my obligation to deliver what you're asking for. I have advised you but I'm still obligated to proceed forward because you want me to. So here's the information on that. And then I have video links of basically drive-throughs of me like driving through the neighborhoods that I have uploaded for him, including a video walkthrough of all the floor plans he was potentially interested in. And then the community right here. So then I have also listed what his options are in this particular community. And then you could see basically I've just broke them down. So he wanted Lennar options. This is one community in Lennar. Landon Ridge is another community in Lennar. And then these are the average rental rates he can get within the area. So he wanted an investment property. So I needed to get him the averages for the rental returns that he can anticipate. And then these were additional properties he asked me to see on his behalf. So this is, and I put my own notes because he said, what do you think about them? I was like, I personally didn't like this community since it didn't have an amenity center and it had a higher tax rate than the silos. And then so I put my notes and everything else that way when he comes back. And then this particular gentleman, he decided to take an extended vacation because he had some issues with his family. And so when he came back, clearly he didn't remember what any of the feedback was on this. But because I had put them all in this presentation, we went back and were able to see, okay, oh, you said this about this. This was the one that you blocked out, remember? So yeah, let's not look at these. Let's look at these. And so I can go back and sort of get a very concise idea. So this is like our shared file, basically. At any point, he can log into this link and see the backside, the front end of it, and I can log into the back end and continuously update it for him. For my sellers, what do? So for the sellers, I create a pre-listing presentation. And because I'm able to hide assets on the back end, I don't show them the numbers in the first place. I show them the information. There is, for all of us who are part of the Honey Badgers, there's an NAEA listing video that I include here. Let me go ahead and try to find that for you. This one should have it.
And Anna, if you want to take a quick break before you start that, Bonetta has her hand up, and Mike McGran also has a question in the chat box. If
Okay.
you want to go ahead and take a question, if you don't, okay. Hey, Banana, go ahead and unmute yourself if you don't mind.
Anna, this is awesome. You're making my head spin, but this is
Um,
awesome. What I like is that, you put it together and then you can just send it out. I mean, wow, I don't care who you're meeting with. This is so impressive. I
Thank
want to sign
you.
up with you, and I'm not even ready to sell my house.
Come on in, darling. I'm
This
ready to
is
help
this
anywhere.
is very impressive. So I'm gonna be calling you after this because I wanna model what you're doing in my area. So my
No problem.
question was about
Yes, love.
Zoodelia. I've not had any success for Zoodelia. I was not a fan. But
Okay.
what I did want to ask you is, was it easy to merge Zoodelia in this process? And is it a separate fee for that, for Zoodelia to merge them in this process?
So let me see, love. No, there's no separate fee. What I would do, Zedillion, I'm trying to see which one it was that I did present a cash offer for. All I do for Zoodelia, love, is as first of all, I use it as a lead gen tool. First and foremost, that is the most success I have ever had with Zoodelia. Because what I have noticed is that people are very intrigued by getting cash offers.
Right.
And about 80 some percent, I think from what I recall on the stats,
Mhm.
about 80 some percent of people who are interested in possibly considering the idea of selling their homes, they're all interested in cash offers, but only 5% of them take it. Only 5%. And so
Right.
I try to capture the 80 some, not the 5. If my goal is the 5, I would hate Zudilio. If my goal was to close with Zudilio, I would hate it. I would say I'm not going to subscribe. But for
Right.
me, it's been an amazing lead magnet because what I do is I've incorporated the email campaign from Zudilio, email and text. Hey, did you get my cash offer? No, I'd love to get a cash offer. Or they call me, they're like, hey, well, how much is the cash offer? I was like, hey, I'm happy to come by and discuss them with you. And that converts to a listing appointment. And so one of the homes that I have listed right now was a Zudilio response. Another guy just recently, I listed his, I think Thursday. Um, he called from the Zudilio. He's like, hey, how much are you guys willing to offer? I was like, let me take a look. And so I came by and I explained all the options. He's like, no, that's too low for us, but show me what you got. And so he had interviewed, I think like 26 or 27 agents. I was
Mhm.
like, damn. He's like, if you do it right now, he called me on the spot. He goes, can you come to my house right now? I'm like, well, why? Where? And he's like, I'm in the south side. I'm like, that's about an hour away from me. I can come on, and I said, I think the next day. And he's like, no, that's too late. We're gonna decide on an agent today. I was like, okay, tell me more what you guys are doing, to show me the address. And so I had a conversation with him, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna hold for you. I'm gonna wait for you. Can you tell me what you can tell me about the pricing of the home? I said, I can't until I see your home. And he's like, well, why is it that you can? I said, well, that's because I can't evaluate the condition of your home. But I can tell you based on what I'm seeing, and I can tell he's pressing for numbers. And so I said, look, I'm not able to give you a precise number because I work with multiple selling tools, multiple selling services. If you were to do a cash, this is what it would go for. If you were to do seller financing, I can considerably increase that number. If you are considering traditional sale, I have to come by to take a look, but I can give you a range based off of the numbers I'm seeing here. And so I was very straightforward with them, and that was actually and that converted to a listing appointment. He told me he's not ready to he's like, I'll hold on hiring the agent that I wanted to hire. And I'll wait for you. I said, okay. And so I went by and immediately he signed on the spot. And we launched Thursday. Thursday. And then I have had the ability to know what it's like to have phone conversations even. I've never went there before. My policy was I don't talk numbers on the phone. I
Right.
have to see you in person. But guess what? In the last 2 weeks, I hired an ISA who calls the leads for me and is able to book the appointments. But for whatever reason, this guy is only booking phone appointments for me because he's like, they're all saying they're not able to meet. Vacation, kids going back to school, all kinds of reasons. I'm like, all right, I mean, it's better for me to talk to them than not talk to them. Fine, I'll talk to them. And I have, knock on wood, had amazing, amazing success by just converting based on the Zudilio offer, based on, the use of all the AI tools, and just being able to optimize and just creating a value differentiation. But the high note thing, I've been using for a number of years. It's been phenomenal. I started off mostly doing buyers. Recently switched over to increasing my listings for the last 2 years. But yeah, I hope I answered your question. I'm sorry if I took you on a whirlwind.
So can you use Zudilio, but can express offers be used with this
Yes.
program as well?
Absolutely. So with which program, love? Are you talking about the high note?
No, express offers is like Zudilio. They give
Yes,
cash.
I have express offers. I have worked with express offers.
Right?
It's not the same because express offers, you need to have a listing agreement in order to generate any cash
True.
offers for them.
Absolutely
These
true.
people are looking for immediacy.
Yeah.
And Zudilio is able to do that. Zudilio doesn't care if you have a listing agreement or not. I put their address and it spits out the numbers for me. And so I have some leg to stand on. It's no longer a promise for maybe a cash offer. No, it's going to spit out a cash offer. It's going to do it. And so it's not a maybe, it's not if you list with me, it's a right now. You don't have to list with me for me to show you the cash offers you're going to get. I can show it to you right away. And so it's very persuasive in that sense. I don't use it for closing with them, even though their commission splits seem pretty cool. But I think they're for the client's best interests, they have better options for them because their fees are a little bit too high. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Always. Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
Banana, next time you meet with Kendra for your accountability session, just make sure she's watched this recording because I don't think she's on tonight,
Yeah, we meet every Friday at 3:00.
Okay, good. And by the way, everybody on the team that does not have an accountability partner, just a friendly reminder, every couple months I'll bring this up, just reach out to someone on the team. If you want one and you're just not sure who to reach out to, just set up a one-on-one with me, a strategy call, and we can look at the roster and I'll tell you who I think might be a good match. But highly critical. I mean, when you have somebody that you like Bonetta and Kendra, they just like they bond, they inspire each other, support each other, and they're both kicking some major butt. So
No,
on the
one
team.
thing
So
that you, Gary. So what I
yeah,
said to Kendra today was one of the advantages of having an accountability partner. I live alone, and so it's hard to bounce something or to get other ideas from yourself. So having an accountability partner, I bounce some stuff off her. Of course, I go to the broker whenever I have some real challenge, but it's nice to like bounce something off of her. I recently designed give you an example. I recently designed a postcard that I'm going to send out to my farm, to my community, to my subdivision. And I was like, okay, I'm looking at this. I had some pictures taken of me and my dog. And so I just like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, I'm not sure which one, but that's just an example of, it was nice to have somebody other than myself, that's in the business that I can ask. And I mean, of course, you might have some other colleagues, but because we are on the same team and we have really connected, it's really nice for that purpose. So we do talk every Friday. We keep each other accountable. Like, I told her recently, we got to concentrate on 3 things: lead generation, training. We got to continue to train, and as well as our transactions. So it's so funny with she and I. She got to close one week. I got to close one week. She got to close one week. I think this is really, really working for us. So if that encourages anybody out there who doesn't have one, I think this has really
Yeah.
been very helpful for me and my business.
That's awesome.
Thanks, Renetta, for sharing that. Hopefully that inspires some people. So, hey, Anna, if you don't mind, we also have a question from Mike McGran. Let me go back to the chat box.
Absolutely.
Here he is. Okay, he's asking on offers, the system offers, how much you're spending monthly with offers, and then what results you're looking at, number of leads, listing appointments, CMAs requested to gauge for success with offers.
So,
And then of course, yeah.
mhm. I haven't run the final number on the number of listings dollar to dollar return because my year with them is not up yet. I still have a few months left, so I'll give you the running numbers on that. But generally, I like using Gina's approach. And it's a 10-to-1 return, would be a successful tool to reinvest back into. So I would say that would be my gauge. But I haven't closed the year with them. I will keep you posted when I do. And I don't know what that's gonna look like, but I would love to sort of compare it to. So far, I really love the potential they can use it for. Again, if I'm counting on their ISA to convert the leads for me, no, definitely will not resubscribe because I don't think that converting, I think 3 or 4 people out of a list of 500 at any given time is a viable number for me to go back to. But the potential for use is astronomical. I can literally take these and I can run with them as wild as I want. I can go to their homes, I can do door knocking, I can send them mailers, I can call them. And so it's up to me and it's up to every one of us to make to make a lead as good as it is or as bad as it is. But I love the fact that the AI tool that it uses to sort of determine the seller signals looks at so many different trajectories and looks at so many different factors, and it's able to identify every conversation I have had has never it's never resolved. No, where did you get this number from? I never wanted to sell. I've never gotten that so far. It's always been like, no, I was thinking maybe of selling down the road when we have our grandchild. Like it's always been like the person is somewhere in my pipeline. It could be they're way up here. It could be they're, oh, I need to sell. I really need to get out of here. It could be that they're very down, but it's never been like, where are you calling from? I don't even have a house. I've had a lot of those lead gen companies that generate those kinds of leads where it's like, no, I'm not even affiliated with this house, or I'm not even looking. I'm not even ready. I just got into college. I never had that conversation so far. And so I can say that it's as good as you make it. And I think this potential is phenomenal. So I hope that answers it. And then the last tool that I wanted to kind of show you guys. So yeah, this is the high note that I really wanted to do. I know we're also very late for time. One thing that I have recently converted to doing is I had an automation of I had an automated process for doing contract to close type of things where I'm keeping up with each stage that a buyer or a seller is with. And that's by putting them at different stages of the journey of contract to close. So congratulations, you are now in contract. What does it mean from here on out? Well, you can anticipate having to be contacted by the title company. You have 3 days to submit your earnest money deposit as well as your option fee. And so it's like the overview video of, okay, what's to come next? I've already talked to them about it, yes, but at every stage, it really helps for them to just get this like 1-minute video or 1-minute reminder of like, this is what it's doing. So what I've started doing is I've converted that to a video message.
Until then, I wanted to send you this video
here. This is one of them.
Hi, Candace. I am so excited to meet
I
you
don't
in
know
person.
why
Until then, I wanted to send you this
there's
video
an issue
as a
with the
food for
video at this
thought for
point.
consideration. When it comes to selling your home, many homeowners are curious about cash offers, especially those that promise a quick and hassle-free sale. At True North Group, we offer more than just
This is
the
the
typical
pre-listing
lowball cash
stage
offers that you might
for
expect.
sellers.
Our team has access to a diverse
Pre-listing
range of
presentation.
buyers, including national iBuyers, private individuals, hedge funds, and institutional buyers, giving you more options and flexibility than ever before. One of the key benefits of working with us is that we can generate multiple types of cash offers tailored to your needs. For instance, our Cash Plus offers provide a higher payout than traditional cash
It's supposed
offers,
to have my face in
allowing you
it,
to
but I think
maximize
it's
your
my
home's
computer.
value while still enjoying the speed and convenience of a cash sale. We also offer buy now, sell later programs, which allow you to purchase your next home before selling your current one, removing the stress of timing your move perfectly. This is an excellent option if you found your dream home but need more time to finalize the sale of your current property. For those looking to increase their home's value before selling, our Fix Now, Sell Later programs can be a game changer. We partner with trusted contractors to make necessary repairs or upgrades with the cost deferred until after the sale. This ensures you get top dollar for your property without upfront expenses. While these cash-based programs offer great flexibility and convenience, it's important to note that only about 5% of sellers ultimately accept cash offers. This is because, for many, the alternative selling options, like listing on the open market, often result in higher offers and better terms. At True North Group, our goal is to provide you with all the options and expert advice you need to make the best decision for you and your family. Whether you're interested in exploring cash offers or prefer to take a different route, we're here to guide you every step of the way.
Okay, I absolutely despise the way I looked there, and I hated the way
You
that
were
it
great.
actually worked. That's AI, that's AI, Gary. So that's a AI tool that's actually pretending to be me,
Mm.
and sort of generating the script. So I wanted to show you how it looks on the back end, and how, like before, I had 29 steps to record, 29 just for buyers. And I had, I
Okay.
say 12 steps to record for sellers. Versus like this, you come onto the platform and you just spit out your script, okay? And it generates it within a couple of minutes. Here. All you do is to submit. It loads the voice, and then it will submit it shortly, and it spits it back out to you in about 10 minutes max. So, again, the whole idea is to really streamline. Okay. It submits it. I wanted to save it for you guys here.
Hi, I just want to take a moment to thank you for watching a recording of the Monday Night Live class. Hope you're getting a lot out of it. I'm sure you will. I wanted to let you know that, you can come to Monday Night Live whenever you want, but you can also participate more with the team. Why don't you set up a call with me, a one-on-one strategy call? I can go over everything with you, show you everything that we have to offer. For example, did you know that on our team, not only do you get your leads, we actually give you your own account on our lead gen system. So this puts you in control. You're not waiting on somebody to hand you leads. You get to pick the ones you want. Okay. Huge difference. We have 21 of our own proprietary marketing campaigns. They're all copyright protected. We're the only ones that can use them. Okay. The coaching is absolutely one-on-one. We got 3 coaches. We even have a 4th success coach that we have access to. Okay. One of left fewer than 100 in the world. Okay. One-on-one coaching. Right now the big problem is volume. We need more transactions. We need more inventory. I get it. Well, we know how to get it. Our team actually outproduces the national average by more than 2 to 1. So if you're struggling, don't do that anymore. If you're a solo agent, if you're a team, let's just talk. Smart entrepreneurs are always open to discussion. Learn what we have to offer, and then you can make an informed decision about staying where you are or moving on. You got to decide, if you're not where you want to be, you've got to take action to get where you want to be. Let's see how we can help you do that. I look forward to talking to you. Click on the link, set up a call. And by the way, I'll see you on the next Monday Night Live.
But I hope that this was helpful. Basically, it's how to incorporate. Oh, and then another tool that I think is really cool to show, because I have this one listing, guys, and I still have it. I can't believe I still have it. It's the listing that I have. Gina called it the unicorn listing, because this thing literally is mind-boggling. Okay. And it's a $950,000 home that has been listed previously by 5 other agents. Sorry, 4 other agents. I'm agent number 5. And it was listed for about 400 days before I stepped in. 400. So it's like very tarnished, but the home itself is priced well, and it's just I don't understand what it is that hasn't sold for this. Okay, it's a beautiful home. And so what I did was I tried to come up with renditions. So I did a broker's open when I first listed it, to invite as many brokers as possible to come by and give us an idea as to what their thoughts were as to the pricing, what changes they would make, would they do staging, all a list of questionnaires. And everyone who answered the questionnaire would get entered into a raffle drawing. Let me show you the tools that I use. So then they had, oh my goodness, where is it? I had several hundred of these done, but so they all came and they provided their feedback, and based on this, we realized that there's no consensus of what's recommended. So I had already spent, I think right now my spent with this home is $7,500. This is my marketing expenses just for this home. So when I finally got the pivoted feedback to go ahead and do something with the landscaping, I was like, the heck with this. Like, I have already spent so much. And so I hired a designer to do landscaping concepts for the backyard and the front. Let me see if I can find you the file that I have for it. I literally have hundreds of photos that I did here. And so it was in New Braunfels, which has watering restrictions, and this area basically required a whole bunch of edits to be done. I was like, the heck with this. I'm gonna try to find an AI tool that I can use to do the edits myself. And so these were, oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm trying to find where they were, but it really is a gorgeous property. It has a lot of potential, but for some reason, it just was not. So look at how bare the actual space was.
Mhm.
This was what it looked like, and it just was not generating
Oh, wow.
any activity.
Yeah.
And then let me see if this is the one that I
You know what it
took.
looks like, Anna?
Uh-huh.
It's an old saying. They put a um nice piece of prime rib, but they served it on a trash can lid. You know?
That's a good point. I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. Absolutely love that. That's very true. That's pretty similar to what actually happened, it seems like. So
And I was loving the house till you showed that picture with the yard. And the yard,
I
literally,
know.
it went from up here. Yep.
Yep, I get it. And so these are all like AI generated type of reliven things. And of course you have to disclose them, but it gets so much better in terms of the views that you're able to generate. And we did increase the showings as well. So you could just generate all kinds of landscaping ideas, and I have them in a concept folder. So people will know these are just concepts, they're not real, but you could just generate a whole bunch of different stuff for any space, interior, exterior. For my buyers that were buying a home and they weren't sure what colors to put or if an optional room was going to be a good idea, instead of just guessing, I just showed them based on the iterations that the tools were able to provide. So it's kind of cool. Um, it's really awesome to work with them, though I'm like on a personal level, kind of hesitant with the direction that our world is going with so much reliance on AI. But at the same time, I also know I'd be drowned without any AI at this point. So it's a welcome addition to the practice. I hope that was helpful, guys.
Wow.
Very much.
That was awesome.
So
Hey,
what,
can you guys,
can I ask a
if you
question?
have questions,
What tool do you use to generate this, like, what do you call it, virtual staging or exterior staging? What tool are you using for that?
Yes, love. Let me show you that. So it's this one right here. And by the way, guys, if my computer dies, let me log in from another one just in case.
Is that the home design? And
Yes, it's homedesign.ai.
Recording in
That's
progress.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Is it better?
A little bit of echo still.
Sorry. And okay, is that better, guys?
there we
Yes.
go. Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Sorry, I just switched over my computer. Let me pull that out for you.
For a minute there, I thought it was at a baseball game.
I'm so sorry.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
The computer
Mhm.
just died. Okay. Can I do you guys see my screen on this one or no?
No.
No, not right now. Yeah.
Share. Okay, sharing is not turned on. It says the host isn't allowed multiple sharing for this webinar. I think
You
it's
know
probably
what? Maybe one
Stop
of the
sharing.
other,
Just stop sharing the other one, maybe, Anna. And then, oh,
let me see, love. Hold on.
I just promoted you to co-host because I think you were signed on quite two or more times. So
Okay.
yeah.
Anna, what was the other one that you were using there for presentations and things like that?
Oh, high note.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
That one, I just noticed, guys, that they're giving $20 for affiliate. I didn't even realize it until today, actually. So what I'll do is let me know. They're giving $20 to the person who signs up with the link and $20 to the person who sends it. So if you guys want to, I'm happy to send it, no problem. That way you get $20 off. Okay.
And you get $20.
Yeah, and I get $20. Win-win. Okay, let me see.
What do they charge for? They charge monthly, I assume.
No, I do annual with them and I pay I think it's if you can wait. I know they have really good discounts for Black Friday. My first one that I signed up for was several years ago, and I want to say it was like 200 something with the Black Friday special.
Okay.
Without it, I
Hi.
can't remember.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just do like
Okay.
annual.
It's coming.
It is.
It's coming fast.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it is. Okay, do you guys see my screen now?
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, all right. So this is the tool. This is the AI tool that allows you to do multiple things. Like, for example, you can do beautiful redesign. Say you're doing a fix and flip, and you're not sure what it's going to look like if you were to do XYZ. Like right now, I'm in contract with a flipper. They are planning on living in the home for 5 years and then selling it, but they want to fix the home based on, you know, what would sell most, what would sell best. And so we're using this tool. We're going to be using this tool as soon as they let me know what concepts they want me to run. And I can generate like, okay, here's what this is going to look like. Here's what option 2 is going to look like. Here's what option 3 is going to look like. This does a creative redesign. So it just rearranges furniture, and like say you already have the space decorated, you could rearrange it with this one. This does a sketch to render. So like if you only have a sketch, it just renders it into more of a clear, realistic photo. I have used this. I have used the fill spaces quite a bit. You can decorate and furnish. I have not used the sketch to render.
Yeah, that's being done a lot now, I notice.
A lot. And
Yeah.
honestly, my the photographer that I asked to redo, I think he did 7 photos and he charged me $450. $450. I paid for the
Whoa.
entire year of this with like 200 something. Like, are you kidding
Mm.
me? That you can't
Yeah,
don't ask
people
me
are-
about the financial part of it because I can't remember. It's like yearly in a head, but from what I remember, the cost was significantly slashed, and that was off of 7 photos versus a year's use of this.
yeah, people are using it a lot. I see it online
Can
where people are virtually staging.
Yes, it's a good way for them to make money. I've
Yeah.
had a hard time, I have to say, coming up with green color. I think green color for grass, natural looking grass, it's done way better on Canva now because they do magic edit and magic swap, they call it. So those are done much better on Canva than this one. But for a lot of the stuff that Canva's still sort of lagging in terms of virtual editing, virtual redesign, filling spaces. I think this is a pretty good tool to sort of fill in the meantime.
Did you know that you could use Fiverr for sketches?
Yes, you can. You can. But
Yeah.
Fiverr,
We used to give those as housewarming gifts, the sketch of the home.
yes, for
They
sure.
loved it. Oh, $25.
Exactly. Exactly. I wonder if this does the opposite. Instead of, download a photo and get a sketch, because that would save all that money. But Fiverr, a lot of the guys on Fiverr guys are using these tools. They're not out there like breaking their backs with Photoshop and all kinds of other somewhat antiquated tools these days. They're just using a lot of these. They just buy them and use them. And so I realized, why do I let a guy profit so much money off of one project?
Right.
Just upload and do it myself. So, but I use it with the disclaimer, like this is, it's an AI generated thing. There's no human touch to it with the exception of, commands, and all it is just virtual stage. It's like computer design. So just think of it that way. To just protect yourself from liability, but otherwise it's a great tool for sure. So I'm curious to know which one of you guys thought the Hey Gen, the talking avatar was the best one. I wonder.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I've seen that before though. I've actually, yeah, I saw that before. So I figured that was they could take a voice and yeah, do an entire, and it was also pretty on as far as, lip movements. If you watch the lips.
Sometimes it had me do this stuff. Wasn't called for. Some of the gestures like eye roll or like, just very finite things that I think maybe you yourself could catch.
Yes.
It is unnerving, but I think to the outside eye, a lot of people just don't
They don't notice. Right. And
like,
I mean, yeah, you could catch a couple things. I mean, I knew what it was, but like I said, even if you were watching and you were watching the lip movement with voice, it actually it wasn't bad.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, Yeah, but my favorite one so far, the one that I have committed to renewing every single year was the high note. And that was way before any of these AI tools really came about. So hopefully you guys thought that that was helpful and you're able to use some of what we covered today into your business and able to prosper. Because I feel like these days it's all about who's going to be the I forgot who it was. I think it was Levi Lassick, the guy that does the
Mhm.
passive prospecting course for YouTube. He says the most successful agent is not going to be the best agent. The most successful agent is going to be the most visible agent. So it's
Mhm.
about visibility at this point. So
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, and
so
I can't thank you enough for this. This is really, I mean, you definitely brought the fire tonight. And Deb Warner made put a comment in there too. And guys, Deb Warner is actually teaching next week. So you
oh
got literally two of the top performers on the team 2 weeks in a row. I mean, and I had Sugar put a message out that this month you want to make sure you're in all the classes because it's all the tactical, practical stuff that the top folks are doing. But if you guys wouldn't mind, give Ann a big pat on the back here. Um, thank you. You can unmute yourself or just type it in the chat box. And if you do have questions, please type them in. And then
yeah,
if we do
that
have a comment,
was
yeah, it's on the Q&A. It says anonymous. I'm not sure who it's from, but they said they like to recommend. It's called Permaculture Landscaping, and I guess that's a tool. Permaculture Landscaping must be another AI tool.
okay.
So I've not seen that. But hey guys, and real quick, while we're please don't go yet. Couple things here. Obviously, the rules for you know commission compensation are changing here. Um, I think the 17th is the day. So I just want to share my screen very quickly here and show you my emails so you know what to look for. Okay. Um, let me go back to, okay, here we go. So this email came out 4 hours ago. You want to look for an email from Leo Pareja. Okay. Leopareja, Pareja, right? And you're getting invited to a special session, right, to talk about this and present and give you exactly what you need. So you have to register for that. Um, it's just coming Wednesday, which is 2 days from now. And by the way, this Wednesday, our monthly team call. Remember, that's once a month, the second Wednesday of every month. We have one of the top representatives from Brian Buffini coming on. And I know Brian personally, and the guy, his name is Justin, is coming on as a friend of Dana Truman, who's my sponsor. And he's going to give you a presentation on a product they have. And if you guys do it, it's going to be 1/3 off. It's going to be $100 a month. We don't get anything out of that. It's just a gift for you. You don't have to do all of these tools, but I highly recommend you take a look at what Anna showed you tonight, right? Replay this recording when you get it tomorrow. Be on Wednesday night, for the Brian Buffini presentation. He's of all the outside third party coaching programs. Um, I've been in several of them. I have not been in Brian's program, but he and I met several years ago at the NAR conference, and I went to visit him out in Carlsbad, California. And he's such a nice guy. He not only sent me a thank you, he sent me a picture of him. He got my one of my books, and a picture of him holding up my book with thumbs up. I just a neat guy. But overall, of all the Craig Proctor, Brian Buffini, Tom Ferry, Mike Ferry, consistently for a long time, Brian Buffini's been the one person that pops up on every radar screen with 5 stars. So just keep that in mind. Also, back to Leo Pareja, right? So you've got that email from 4 hours ago today, right? Leo Pareja at exprealty.net, inviting you to that session Wednesday, 11 a.m. Pacific time, which is 2 Eastern. And then a couple of weeks ago, there was another one that came out. Um, this was also from Leo, by the way. In any case, 6 items to consider as the practice changes near from Edge Up. I think that was from, let me go back here. Yeah, that's it. Keeping you informed is another one. So just type in Leo Pareja in your search bar on your email server, okay? And you'll see these in here. There's one from July 30th, August 2nd. You definitely want to see that one, okay? The one from NAR, take it with a grain of salt if you want, but definitely the one from Wednesday, you definitely want to do that. And one more quick tidbit. Let me go back here. On the new EXP Enterprise app, your back office, you can do it, use it on your computer, you can use it on your phone. There's the disk profile out there. So what I'm going to start doing with all new agents on the team is have you first do the disk profile for yourself and share it with me so I can see it. Because if I understand your disk profile, and everybody here up that I've taught, I know your disk profile intuitively, it allows me to match you up with the correct marketing. Okay, this is really critical because if you think about it, a high D, high I person is going to have no problem with cold calling, but a high C, high S person will not want to cold call. So I'll never put you in a marketing campaign that requires cold calling. Okay, we don't even really do cold calling, but it helps me help you, and it helps you understand not just yourself, but more importantly, how you can understand other people, what their disc profiles are, and you will know which direction to go in your communication with them. It's highly, highly important that you do that. So everybody on the team, just go ahead and consider that an assignment. Do the disc profile for yourself, and all new agents, we're going to be doing that going forward. Now, I also want to say thanks to the guest attendees for coming on tonight. Crystal Gray, I'm so glad you did this. So, Crystal, I got to ask you if you're still there. I see you got your a screenshot on. If you're still on, um, how'd you like the group tonight?
I think this was amazing. Lots of information. I was trying to take notes, but I got a lot of new cool AI tools to definitely look into.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. I'm so glad you came. I knew you were going to like it. And everybody here, for this, again, for this is for women only. Crystal, if you came in late, Crystal has the group. It's starting on Facebook, and that's in the chat box. You can find that link, or just write her name down. Crystal Gray. It's Crystal with a K. Okay, and you can look her up. She's in EXP. So if you're not in EXP, actually, if they're not in EXP, Crystal, can they still join your Facebook group? If
Yes,
they're like,
absolutely. And it's not only for realtors, it's any kind of female entrepreneur with any kind of business across all industries. So
gotcha. Well, thank you for being here. Carla Harris, thank you for being with us again tonight. Let's see. Hopefully, I won't miss anybody here. Kurt Sullivan. Kurt, good to see you, buddy. Glad you came on. Kurt's from up in Minnesota, guys. So, Kurt, give me a buzz tomorrow if you don't mind. We can catch up. I just want to get some feedback from you. And see what you're thinking too. Julie Colley, always good to see you from beautiful, sunny Southern California. Lindsay Jones, I recognize your name. I can't quite remember where you're from, but thanks for joining us tonight. And everybody else, if I missed your name, please forgive me. But thanks for being here. And let me just check the chat box in it real quick and make sure everybody's just saying thank you. And I'm not surprised, guys. For those of you who have not met Anna yet, because you're new or you're a guest, I mean, you couldn't have learned from one of the more awesome people in my life, you know. So Lindsay's from PA. Good. I used to live in Pittsburgh for 25 years. We got some good people on the team from PA too, Lindsay. But in any case, guys, I appreciate you being here, participating and sharing. I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday. If you're on the team, I'll see you Wednesday night. If you're not on the team, that's the one thing we do that's a closed session, second Wednesday of every month. I apologize. It's just for team members, but you're welcome to join us every Monday for Monday Night Live. And if everybody on the team, please set up your one-on-ones. Let's keep the ball rolling. We're having a good year. Particularly this summer has outpaced every other summer we've had so far, bar none. I mean, off the chart July. Way unbelievable the difference between last year and this year. So congratulations and thank you for doing that. Any
Are you
case,
go outside?
yep. So Bonetta's getting ready to walk her
Oh,
dog,
I'm
and I
sorry.
guess it's time for us to. That's all right. Good to see you, Bonetta. But listen, guys, take care of yourselves. God bless you and your loved ones, and I will see you in class, on the team call, and on our one-on-ones.
Thank you for watching this episode of Monday Night Live. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and go to realestatewithgarywilson.com to join our community and start building wealth today.